so you no need to worry about that. So you no need to worry about the IELTS, okay? But if your students are looking for any sponsors, okay, if your students are looking for Mara or any other sponsors, they need you all to take IELTS. So you need to think about it, okay? But it's okay if you think, okay, I'm worried to take IELTS, I'm scared about my English language. It's okay, never mind. You all try to talk to us. We will give you some advice what you should do. Okay, you need to attend any workshop because IDP itself, we have the workshop for the IELTS. So you can join the workshop for your English. Okay, access world leading research. Okay, most of the universities, as you all know, Oxford, Cambridge, UCL, LSE, Warwick, Edinburgh, all these are the top ranked universities in the UK. They all are the world leading research universities. Okay, so they have high-end technologies, laboratories, so to do some research on that. Okay, so students are more to the engineering, biomedical, medicine, so they all normally like to prefer to choose the UK universities because they can choose the research universities. And then we call it like Russell Group universities. Total in UK, there's a 24 Russell Group. Okay, Russell Group is more to the research technology universities in the UK. So IDP proudly represent more than 16 universities. Okay, IDP represents 16 Russell Group universities. If students wish to apply to Russell Group, we are willing here to help you. Okay, but if students, we are really sorry to say, like a diploma students who want to enter to the Oxford, Cambridge, UCL, LSE, actually they won't accept this requirement because they prefer A-level or IB. These are the entry requirement. So diploma students, they are the one who are willing to go for the Russell Group. Yes, still can. You can choose like a Sheffield, Bristol, Bath, all the Glasgow, all the university can accept diploma students, but you need to start from the year one. Okay, then the experienced student life is totally multiracials are in the UK, and then you don't need to worry about any races or all this because UK are welcoming international students. So I can share some slide over here. Give me a second. If I'm too fast or if you're not clear, you just can stop me so I can stop here and then I can start back. Okay, let's go. Can you see my screen, Prakash?
Yes, I can, but I think it's already minimized.
Oh, okay. Oh. Prakash, can you see my screen, the video?
Not the video, but the slide.
No.
Oh, okay. So,
I think you need to stop share and then share again.
okay, give me a second. New share. Now, can you see my screen? The
Yes.
slide?
Yes.
Okay.
There's supposed to be any sound.
The sound? Can you hear the sound?
No, there is no sound. Yeah.
I don't know. I think the video have no sound here. It's okay. I will see another video so we have some ideas on that.
Hello.
Yes.
I think the soundbar didn't open.
Oh.
Mute the soundbar. Yes.
You mean this one? But I just now already on. Can you hear?
Yeah. No.
Still no?
Tadi, still no.
Cannot hear my sound, the sound. Okay, then I just start my slide. Can you see my slide back?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
sorry because of the video, I don't know what's happening. So it's okay, let's start. Okay, so journey with IDP. Okay, the first thing, okay, what you all should do is first we come up with the application. So students, we are advised students to choose, okay, for example, you need to provide us your diploma transcript, and then we will see what is your CGPA, and then what course would you like to apply, and then we will ask, okay, any option, like any university that you like to apply. So if let's say student wish, oh, I need to apply for top 50 in the UK, so we will give you some list, okay, according to the course. For example, engineering, okay, what are the top 50 courses or the universities that you can choose? According to that, you can apply 5 universities from that. And then once application done, okay, you receive the offer, okay, the third thing is you need to choose which university you want to accept, and then you need to accept through the system, or we call the UCAS portal. Okay, once everything done, you accept the offer, and then the fourth is you need to choose the accommodation. So most of the sponsored students, you need to choose the accommodation on campus because it's sponsored by Mara and the scholars. So they will have some requirements that your accommodation you need to choose on campus. If let's say you wish to choose outside, you need to talk to their sponsors, or if you are self-employed, you can choose outside accommodation. Okay, normally accommodation in university is quite expensive compared to outside because they are nearer to your campus, and then it's quite expensive. Okay, we are normally per week is called like £150 or under £40 if you want to stay inside of the accommodation. So in the UK, they will count per week. Okay, your accommodation will count for per week. So if 1 year is estimate around, one semester is estimate around £4,000 to £5,000. Okay, so if you are sponsor students, you can, the Mara will give you the some requirements. So they will choose, or you also can choose which kind of the accommodation. And then after done your accommodation, and then you need to choose your flight preparation. We will advise you. And before the flight preparation, there's a visa. You need to have a CAS letter, visa application, visa approval. Each step we will with you. Okay, each step we will assist you from the beginning counseling until the ending, until you travel safely to the UK. IDP will be the response, and then IDP will take part each of the steps. We will guide you. Okay, so if students are confused where I should go, which counselor I should see, which things I need to prepare, so we will hear from the beginning to the ending. Next, so these are the some different about the on-campus and off-campus accommodation. Normally on campus, there's a good support systems, okay, meal services, okay, you can have meals in a canteen, okay, or cafeteria, okay. So, but there's only one thing: when you have a semester break, you need to move out from your campus. If you're staying on campus, you need to bring all your things, and then there's a store, okay, there's a store. You can't keep all your things in your room. You need to bring all your things and then keep a store. So once you finish your holiday, once you finish your break, then you come and take your things and then can move back. So this is the only thing on campus disadvantage. You can't bring your family to the on campus, okay, can't let anyone stay in your on campus. So they're quite high demand. And then on campus normally will be full, okay, fully booked. So students wish to, like for example, you want to go for this September intake, so you need to prepare everything earlier. So by August or by July, you need to have an offer in your hand. You need to try to book your accommodation. If student wish to go for the next year, you still have plenty of the time, so you can plan accordingly. Okay, so normally off-campus students looking for the cheaper, student want to stay together with the friends, then you can choose off campus. But normally students need to find by themselves because we don't have any link to choose like outside. So you can look at the accommodation in online to choose outside. Okay, applying to the study and undergraduate qualification in the UK. So this is the most important part today I'm going to explain. Okay, UCAS. When students want to apply to the UK universities, we need to apply through the UCAS system. Okay, this is the centralized system in the UK. For example, in Malaysia, if you want to apply to our government university, we are using a portal, same like in the UK, we need to use this UCAS system for the application. So some students ask, can you apply directly to the university without UCAS? Yes, but it's not a Russell Group university. Okay, the Russell Group, like I told you, like there's a 24, the top ranked universities like a Bristol, Sheffield, Glasgow, Oxford, Cambridge, all these under the Russell Group. So total got 24 Russell Group. So all the Russell Group university, you need to apply through the UCAS system. You can't apply directly to the university. You need to go under the UCAS system. And then there is a fees if you apply through the UCAS. Remember that if students want to apply through the UCAS, there's a fee. Let's say students need a IDP to help you for the application, it will be waived. So there's no any charges. Okay, it's a free of charge. So students just need to provide us the document that we need. So once we have the document, we will apply for you the university through the UCAS, and then you no need to pay anything. So the UCAS is charge is £25. Okay, there's a more than 100 ringgit, 125 ringgit. So if you come to IDP, we will waive the fees. Okay, you don't need to pay anything, but there's term and condition, and then we need to see the university that you choose. According to that, we will apply for you. So remember that if you want to apply to the UK, you need to apply through the UCAS system. Okay, steps to apply to the UCAS. First thing, you need to know what is your CGPA. Okay, what is your diploma CGPA? Students say, I didn't complete my diploma yet. It's okay, never mind, no issue at all. You can provide your semester 4 or semester 5 result for application. If you don't have your final result, it's okay. No issue, because UCAS later on they can give you, university can give you a conditional offer letter. So you no need to provide the final result. Okay, if you have a semester 4 or semester 5 in your diploma, so semester 1, 2, 3, 4, you need to provide all these transcript to us. And then we need to know your CGPA, because most of the university, if you want to transfer credit, okay, for business courses, yes, easy to transfer credit. Let's say you choose like a science and technology, Russell Group won't let you to transfer credit. So you need to start from year 1. Remember that if students want to transfer credit for higher ranking university, you need to start from year 1. So all the Russell Group won't let you to transfer credit. So you need to know that. And then you need to know the subject or the course you want to study, because UCAS, you can choose 5 university, only 1 course. You can't choose different. Okay, for example, I want to study engineering, I want to study science, I want to study maths, I want to study business. You can't choose different course. You only can choose 1 course for 5 university. Remember that, only 1 course for 5 university. And then if you don't know what course you want to choose, or you don't know what university you want to choose, it's okay, we are here to help you. Okay, I'm here more than 5 years in IDP education. So normally I will advise my student, okay, according to your CGPA, what are the university you can enter? Or we will pre-check with the admission. Okay, this is the student result. Can he enter first year? If let's say some universities already give us, okay, yes, can put in the application, then we can apply for the UCAS. Okay, so the first, choosing the course, choosing the universities. If you students have confused on that, you can easily contact me through WhatsApp, or you can call our office. We will guide you. Okay, so once you choose the course, then we will try to apply. We need a few documents for the application. So you need to provide all the documents to us, then we will start to apply for you. Once done the application, each student will get the email from the UCAS and the university. each university will reply you, okay? The admission will reply you, and then they will let you know, okay, is it your application is successful, or do you need any pending document need to submit? So then students easily can do tracking and replying to the UCAS system. Everything goes to the system. So you no need to worry, oh, did my application, did I submit? Did I the university receive? Did I they reject? So everything you can track in the system. So no need to worry about that. If let's say the university didn't reply you or it takes some time, no need to worry, you just can contact us, okay? We will help you to check with the university, okay? What happened to this student status? But today you submit, tomorrow you don't ask what is my status, okay? Normally it will take 2 to 3 weeks to get back, okay? Get back from the admission. And then once everything fulfilled, then only you arrange, okay, if you are a sponsor student, you need to get the letter from the government. Okay, after that, we will try to apply for you the visa, and then we will have a one more talk pre-departure. So these are normally we go through under the IDP's application. Okay, so now we go for the engineering courses. Okay, so I noticed that some students are interested in engineering. Okay, so engineering is one of the famous courses in the UK. Okay, if students wish to study engineering, any mechanical, chemical, civil, or computer science, any courses, okay, if you want to study in the UK, these are the ranking, the best. Okay, normally if sponsor like a Mara, they need a top 50 universities. And then these are the, okay, these are the university list. These are the latest list. But if you need other courses, for example, business or logistics, okay, because the table, the courses and the university, there's always change, okay? Each university and then each course, the ranking is not same. So for example, engineering, UCL is number 5th. Maybe for the business, UCL is number 2. So you need to know there's a difference. So student need to contact us, okay? For example, student want to study logistics, the table is totally different, okay? But normally, students prefer, okay, if you want like a safe level, you choose like a University of Sheffield, Leeds, Bristol, okay? These are the higher ranking. Okay, how about Cambridge, Oxford, Imperial? Okay, normally they won't accept diploma students, so we are wasting if we apply to the UCAS. Even Manchester won't accept diploma students. Okay, but recently there's a few students still keen to apply to the Manchester. We advise they can't accept, but they still need to, whether they want to know whether Manchester is accepting or not. End of the day, Manchester is reject the students. Okay, even their CGPA is 3.9, 3.98, even for flat, Manchester is reject. So I advise you here, Manchester won't accept diploma students. Okay, they only prefer A-level and IB. So if you still want to apply to the Manchester, yes, can, because UCAS normally you can apply 5 universities. We still encourage you to apply if you wish. So normally, if you don't want to waste your 5 places, you just need to talk to us, and then I will advise you what other university can accept you. Okay. So today, let's say after finish my talk, there's any question regarding the application, about the universities, about the course, you can ask me or you can write in a chat box. Today I'm here to help you, because if we want to explain each courses, it take a longer time. So that's why I just come up with the engineering courses, or even the logistic, the table will be the different. And then if students have any question, you can ask me today. I'm here to help you. Okay, next. Okay, what are the documents normally students need to prepare for the UCAS? Okay, these are the documents you need to prepare. If let's say student wish to apply for this year or next year, later we will send you the UCAS form, the application form from IDP, each student. You can have a look later. So, but you need to prepare all these documents for the application. Okay, UK, we need to have a full complete, if your transcript is not complete, final year is okay, but the rest you need to prepare. For example, copy of passport. Okay, some students say, oh, I only have an IC copy, I don't have a passport. It's okay, no problem. When application time, you don't have a passport, it's fine. But once you get the offer letter, you want to accept the offer, you should have a passport. Okay, you should have a passport because we need to apply visa for you. So if the application time, you don't have a passport, it's okay, you can use your IC copy. Academic transcript, you need to have a semester 1 until the current. At least you need to have a semester 4 result for the application. And then course syllabus from UiTM. Okay. For example, you take engineering subject, okay, they need the full complete course syllabus. If you take a business, they need a business syllabus. Certificate of graduation, okay, no need to provide because they didn't, you're not going to submit now, so you need to provide. Sorry, I heard noise. Okay, later you can question me if you have any question. Okay, IELTS, like I say, most of the university can accept 1119 SPM. So if you don't have a IS for the application, it's still fine. But if you are sponsor student, later on you need to take IS. Remember that, okay? And then you need to prepare personal statement. These are the most important document for the UCAS. What is personal statement? Personal statement is what course do you want to study in the UK, okay, and then what make you to choose this course, and then what you're going to do in the future. So they need a essay format. More it's total 600 words. You need to write one essay to the UK. So this one, if let's say there's a students are interested in want to apply for the UK, and then they want to know what is a personal statement, we can arrange one talk about the personal statement workshop. Okay, I will give you some guideline how to prepare personal statement, because UK there's plenty of the application each day they are receiving, okay, a lot. Okay, so they want to select the best students to the university, so they will look at the personal statement. Okay, personal statement you can't copy from your parents, you need to write on your own. Okay, so personal statement is one of the important thing when you submit in a UK application. And then second, reference letter. Reference letter is from your lecturers or from your tutor. You can get this one. So I think most of the lecturers already know, and then they have their own template. So normally they will provide you the reference letter to each university. Just need one for the application. So these are the general documents, okay, you need to prepare for the UCAS application for the UK universities. Once you have all these documents, you just need to submit to us. So we will start to apply for you. If let's say students wish to apply for this year, it's not too late because the first intake already, like January, already start to apply. The students receiving offer letter one by one. If you still want to go for this year intake, you still can apply. But as soon as possible, if you can submit the document by this month, it's easy for us to submit to the UCAS. Okay, if you wish to go for the next year, still can. We will give you the form, and then you can fill up. And then there's any event, we will invite the students to join, and then you can have a talk direct to the universities. Okay, so UCAS deadline, the final deadline is 30 June. Okay, students are still can apply to the UK. If anyone wish to go for this year intake, you still can apply, but before 30 June, you need to have an offer letter in your hand. Okay, so if you have all the documents, you can submit to us, then we will start to apply for you. Okay, that's all for today from my side. So I open for the question. If there's any question, please ask me. You can on your mic, or you can chat in the chat box. Anyone? No need to shy, or you just can write down in the chat box.
Hi, I do have a question.
Okay.
Okay, before applying for the under ITP, should we apply for scholarship first, or what? Like, how do we process with the scholarship?
Okay, you should have an offer letter first, then only you can apply for the scholarship. So the scholars will see what are the costs you are applying, then you should have an offer letter. If you have a conditional offer letter also, still fine to apply for the scholarship. So the first step is you need to apply to get the offer letter from the university, then only you can find the scholar.
You mean the current university, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Any question?
Hi.
Yes.
I have read online that there are several countries that provide free study, free
Education, is it? Free study,
yeah,
is it?
free education. Is it true that several countries for the
several-
foreigner?
Okay,
For
for
the foreigner.
Okay, what we know, like a German, all these have the free education, but you need to fulfill few criteria. But IDP didn't represent that country, so we can't give you the clear answer. But so far, that what we are represent, for example, like Australia, UK, Canada, Ireland, all these universities for the international, there's a fees. Okay, there's a fees. But if you want to apply for the scholarship, yes, university have their own scholarship, but it's not covered fully. Okay, at least they give you like 20%, or some students, the grade are too high, they got give 50%, but it's all depend on the course and then depend on the universities. But I have a few students got 50% scholarship from UK, okay, for the masters and for undergraduate. But if scholars, for example, Mara, normally they sponsor to the students, at least your CGPA should be 3.8 above, and then the course you choose, normally engineering or accounting and finance, all these Mara are sponsoring, and then they have an interview process for the students, and then you need to pass your IELTS.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions?
Miss, at the chat box.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
All right.
So, okay.
Okay, there is
I
a
would like to
question
ask,
again.
how about the accounting and courses, Manchester University North? Yes, for the accounting, Manchester recently rejects all my students, okay, from KPMI Mole. Okay, so from they get also from Lancaster, Cardiff, Birmingham, all these offer them for the accounting and finance, okay, but Manchester is reject. They even once submit the application, within 1 week, they reject all our students. Even the CGPA is 3.8, 3.9, okay, they reject the students, so it's totally waste if you want to apply for the Manchester, okay. And then usually we plan to have accommodation when we should exactly start. Okay, if you want to plan outside of the accommodation, so you need to have your offer letter by June or July in your hand. You need to accept before August, because on-campus accommodation normally fully booked before July, but off-campus, like if you want to stay outside, it's depend on you. Most of the time they have a place, okay, but if you go for quite a high ranking university or quite famous university, normally the accommodation will fully book, even on campus or off campus, they fully book. So you need to plan normally before June. You should know, okay, okay, which university you want to accept, which location you are prefer. So before June, you need to have, at least you need to 70%, you need to know everything, because June onwards, you need to start to apply for the visa. So July all, you start to have everything in your hand, because you need to start to fly to the UK. So August all, you start to book your flight. So by July all, you need to prepare everything, standby, because normally accommodation on campus, like I say, fully booked if you are late. If off campus, depend on the location. For example, like a Sheffield, Bristol, Glasgow, all these places are quite famous in the UK, and then it's very fast. Okay, it's very fast. International student book, and then you need to plan earlier is better. So, any other question?
Miss,
Yes.
I want to ask about the syllabus in certain course in UK. Do they have any like big differences from a university in Malaysia?
Yes, of course, there's a totally different syllabus. And then UK's degree is quite like they're more like a traditional, and then depend on the course. Okay, for example, like a business course is normally most of the subject, like if you study like business management, international business, marketing is slightly, because some of the syllabus we also use in Malaysia, right? Is similar, but like when we go for the Russell groups, and then when we go for the research subject, when we go for the science and technology courses, it's totally different. It's totally different, and then the fee is too high in the UK. And then what are the advantage you study in the UK is first thing, for example, if your students are study business or accounting, all this, they automatically get 1 year work placement in the UK. That means when you finish your study, you need to work for 1 year in the UK, any company, okay, they will come and interview you and then you will get a job. Some courses are attached with the work placement, so you easily can find a job. Or some students, they thought, okay, I want to study in UK, but I'm not going to work in the UK. I feel I want to go for work in Italy, France, Paris. Yes, there's some university have a switch the program, working program to different countries. So this is one of the advantage in UK. If you prefer to study business courses or accounting, all this. If students want to study science or technology or engineering courses, yes, totally is different because they are using a high-hands technologies and the laboratories, and then they will participate Formula 1 if let's say students study mechanical engineering, okay, or drone, they need to develop a drone and then there's a competition there, and then you will participate in multinational company, and then students are if selected, they will work with the multinational companies. So there's a lot of difference, okay, the syllabus in terms of the course. Everything is totally different. That's why they call high-hands technologies in the UK they are using. Is there any possibility of getting accepted to more than one university? Okay, for example, when you apply through the UCAS, you will apply 5 universities. So if let's say the 5 universities give you offer, you can select 2 universities. One is the main, one is your backup. Okay, let's say the 2, you can select more than 1 university, but final you need to select only 1. So you total 5, you can reject 3. In the 2, you don't know which one you need to select, but they have a final deadline for you all. Okay, they will give, okay, before 14, you need to select 1 university. So you need to choose the 1 university in the final. So accepted, you can accept as how many also can, but the final, you need to select only 1. So for example, Cardiff give you offer letter, you want to accept, yes. Bristol give you offer letter, you can accept. But before 14, you need to choose either one. So that is the final. So it's all up to you all. And then there's also sponsor normally will see the ranking. They want top 50 or they want top 100. But most of the UK universities, top 100 means you need to choose like a Bristol, Sheffield, Cardiff, these are the ranking. Oxford, Cambridge, Manchester, LSE, UCL. If you are self-funded, yes, you can choose, but you need to start from year 1. But Mara normally want the university that transfer credit. Okay, normally they want students can do the transfer credit program. So the universities are very limited for the Russell Group. Any questions about UK or about the courses? Any courses you are interested, you can ask which university you want to choose. Anyone planning to go for this year intake? Hi, Ms. Sudaina. Can I know these current students are semester 4 or semester 5?
Combine. Have a
Oh,
part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
part 6 doing for internship. Part 6 doing for internship.
Oh,
But
okay.
already shared the info. Have a part 6, have a internship student also here.
Oh, okay, okay. So even internship
Yeah.
students, they already completed their program, the diploma?
Yeah, they already completed, just waiting for result for internship, and then they have a final GPA for part 5.
Oh, okay. That students are here. They actually is for me. I encourage them to apply for this year intake because they just waiting for the internship. It's okay, still fine. So they can use their semester 1 until the current result for the application. Still not too late because the application deadline for the UCAS is 30 June. If they want to apply, yes, we are here to assist them for the application for the UK. So they still can try to apply for this year intake.
This year intake should be June, July, or August, Ms. Suganti.
The intake for the UK is September.
UK for September.
Yes.
For others?
For Australia is July, so September intake. So but they need to get the offer by June or July. They should have an offer in hand.
All right.
Okay, so
Clear?
usually what course diploma engineering students pursue other than engineering? It depends on the subject. So some students will prefer like a computer science, okay. So but engineering students normally will go for engineering like mechanical, civil. These are the engineering courses they normally choose. If not, they will choose computer science program, okay, but depend on the diploma. So if you don't want to go for the diploma, you totally want to go for the business, you want to switch for the business, yes, of course, you can go for the business courses because engineering students can go for any courses, okay, can go for any courses. So you still can apply for the business or computer science or engineering, you can go for the that you want to apply. There's another talk for Australia. If is there any university you can recommend for students who take business? Yes, diploma students. If you want to go for the business, I will highly recommend University of Bath. Okay, BATH. University of Exeter is one of the business school. Sheffield, and then Lancaster. Okay, students get offer from the Lancaster is one of the business school. So these are the top students can enter to diploma students can enter to the university. For these are the universities that offering business, and then Mara also are sponsor for this for example like a Cardiff, Lancaster, Exeter. So these are the top top university for business.
Dah prepare nak balik.
Is it only for business or accounting? Okay, business and accounting, these are the normally is one faculty. So under the management. So the university that later we are list down is other similar. Okay, for business and accounting is normally similar universities. Okay, so Lancaster it will be one of the choices. Cardiff can transfer credit for the second year. University of Birmingham, you need to start from the year 1. Okay, you need to remember University of Birmingham, you need to start from year 1. So accounting and business, the universities will be the same level. And then the universities ranking also will be the same.
Kalau tak tahu, let's go.
If let's say you all have any questions, if you want individually want to chat with me or you want to talk to me regarding the courses or regarding the application, okay, here is my contact number. So you can contact me, okay, you can contact me through WhatsApp or you can call me. So I'm here to help you, okay, I'm here to help you from the beginning to the end, okay, from the application purpose until the final. So if you need any example of personal statement, how to apply to the UCAS, by when I need to prepare the documents, you just can WhatsApp me. So I will text you back or I will call you back if you have any inquiry. So I need to pass this to Prakash because he need to present about Australia. Prakash, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you everyone. So if you have any question, you still can write down in the chat box. Later on, once finished, we still can discuss about this. Thank you, Prakash.
Yes. Can you stop share so that I can share my slide? Okay. Thank you. So let me share my slide.
By the way, Nurul Shazana, please mute.
Okay.
Nurul Shazana.
Turun dulu. Belum pasang. Oh. Kamu buat video ya? Oh, you.
Sorry, Nurul Shazana, please mute.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Okay, so without delaying any time, so let me start with information about studying in Australia and New Zealand. So first of all, let me introduce the Australian cities, time zones, and also weather. So this is an Australian map where the most of our students are actually all over Australia. especially in Melbourne area, Sydney. We do have students in Adelaide, Western Australia, and Queensland. So if you're actually looking into Western Australia, Perth is on your left-hand side. So they are actually have the same time zone as in Malaysia. So you won't see any differences in terms of timing if you're actually studying in Perth. So this is the time zones. So usually University of Melbourne and also Melbourne area, we only have about 2 hours ahead from us. So you, not much time differences. So you don't need to worry on that. And then about the seasons in Australia will be from December to February. It's actually a summer. So after that, it will be autumn from March to May. So usually your semester 1 will start somewhere end of February until May. Then June to August is mostly winter. And most of you will actually complete your exams, and also it will be a break over there. And then you will start your second semester, starts in July, end of July or August. So it is actually a spring season. So we do have 4 seasons in Australia. And then for New Zealand, these are the New Zealand map where you can see most of the universities, because in New Zealand we do have only 8 public universities, and all the 8 universities are actually all over this area. It's on the northern part, and also some are in the southern part. So these are the timing zone in New Zealand. They only have 2 time zones. So they are actually 4 hours ahead from our Malaysian time. And these are the 4 seasons that they do have is summer, autumn, winter, and spring, similar as Australia, but New Zealand have a cold weather and they do have snows sometimes. So why you should choose to study in Australia and New Zealand? You need to know the reason. So I believe that deciding to study abroad is actually a big decision. Beyond leaving your friends and family behind, you may also be challenged by thoughts of what and where you will study. So don't worry on that. Top universities, incredible nature, vibrant cities, and several oceans are just some of the reasons why many international students choose Australia and New Zealand. Studying abroad may be slightly daunting, but reward in terms of education and personal development, career opportunities can also be very huge. This diverse country has a huge variety of opportunities for someone studying abroad. Here are just a few reasons you could consider making Australia and New Zealand your studying abroad destination. So here I have actually listed down a few of the reasons. One of it is actually a top quality universities. If you are considering Australia and New Zealand, they do have the top ranked universities in the world. And let me start with Australia. So Australia have wide range of choices of universities. We have about 40 public universities, and 8 of them are actually top universities. 7 of them are actually ranked top 100 in the world in the QS ranking. You can always Google and check the QS ranking. So one of it is actually University of New South Wales, which is very famous among UiTM and also KPM students. And then we do have University of Sydney, University of Melbourne, Monash University, University of Queensland, Australian National Universities, and University of Western Australia. So they do have various of degrees and majorings with some unique combinations of courses. That means if you are actually studying a Bachelor of Commerce, you might have a chances to actually do another combination of majoring. Maybe Bachelor of Commerce in business, and you might have another double major. Maybe it's in accounting or finance related studies. So in New Zealand, the education system is under British. So they do have 8 high quality public universities, and only University of Auckland is in the top 100 ranking. But Canterbury, Victoria, Wellington, and Otago is in a decent ranking, whereby it is also recognized worldwide as well. So the second information is about the cultural diversity. So Australia, they do have plenty of diverse culture. So they have a lot of different multicultural settings as well. So you will actually learn more. So step outside from your usual comfort zone, because we are already in Malaysia and we already have a multicultural as well. But in Australia, you can find more various of experiences as well, and various of foods and international celebrations. Because of the multicultural settings, you can find a lot of different foods and also celebrations that are celebrated in Australia. And then we do have halal food and butcheries available in Australia. So those who are actually Muslims, you no need to worry about going for Australia, because they do actually have a lot of halal foods restaurants as well. And you can actually able to learn a different language because of the multicultural setting. You are actually able to learn different languages. Those who love language, yes, you can always learn an extra language. And in New Zealand as well, rich in cultural heritage, they have a lot of cultural setup in New Zealand, and British influenced Western ways and traditionals as well. So New Zealand, the original people in New Zealand, we call them as Maori, and they do have a lot of arts, craft, and cookings related to Maori people. So it can be found anywhere in New Zealand. And obviously, they do actually welcome a lot of Muslims, and it's actually a Muslim-free country as well. They do provide halal foods, restaurants, butcheries available as well. So on the third key point will be great outdoors. If you are actually an outdoor going person, because if you are actually traveling to abroad studies, definitely you are not 100% going to focus on your studies only, but you need to have some relaxations as well. You need to have a bit of holidays. So that's why we suggest you, if it's in Australia, it's actually famous for its diverse terrain, many unusual animals. You can actually find a very unique animals in each and every state in Australia. And obviously they do have awesome beaches, and also a lot of beach activities that you can actually go on. And then they have like bushwalking, kayaking, all this related to sports and nature. Yes, they do have. And a lot of places that you can actually go for a day trip. And in New Zealand, world's most celebrated country in terms of natural beauty. So New Zealand's, obviously, if you see in Google, YouTube, or in the television itself, it actually always shows the natural beauty, a lot of mountains and nice views. And if you know that a lot of the ring have been filmed in New Zealand as well. So New Zealand, they have snow and beautiful sunshine, beautiful beaches, epic mountains for hiking. For those who love hiking, yes, you can go, and awesome landscapes as well. It's actually a perfect place to live in a healthy lifestyle in outdoors, because the air is very clean, and everywhere you can see a lot of nature, a lot of trees. So the major cities in towns also are actually very cool, hip, and actually contemporary. And then my fourth point is actually easy communication. So in Australia, Australians speak English, so which make it very easy for most of international students to understand and be understood. Some slang may take a little longer to master, because maybe you in your class itself, you might have a few of international students, they speak in a different slang, but later on, after a few months, you should able to actually master it. And some Australians can speak our language, which is Bahasa, so you don't need to worry on that as well. And in New Zealand has the friendliest and coolest people in the world. They are the most friendliest people in the world, so they do also speak English. And these are one of the most key points that our international students are actually interested in. So in Australia, they do allow students to work 20 hours per week as a part-time student. So while you are studying, you can actually work to gain experience. Okay, and if you like Australia and want to stay longer, yes, you can apply for a post-study visa. So this post-study visa will be given 2 to 3 years based on the states that you're actually studying. If let's say you prefer to study in Melbourne and Sydney areas, then you can actually apply 2 years work-study visa. This work-study visa will actually allow you to stay back in Australia and get a permanent job, or actually a full-time job for you. And if let's say the company that you're actually working wants to hire you permanently, yes, they will do the working visa for you. So it's actually a smooth transition, and it's actually I would say it's actually a very good point for you if, let's say, you're actually planning to migrate to Australia or New Zealand. And they do have a lot of work opportunities and plenty of job interviews. So in campus also, while you are studying, you can see a lot of on-campus interviews are going on. So my advice is try to enter all the interviews that is actually happening in the campus. It will be actually very beneficial for you. It will actually giving you a lot of information as well. And you can gain a lot of experience, even though if you're not planning to stay back, once you come back here in Malaysia, definitely you are going to attend a few job interviews, right? So all those experience will actually help you to be more confident, yeah, to answer all the job interviews questions. And last but not least will be some courses to have internships, and it could lead you to get hired back, because some of the students who are actually doing internships, and those companies which are actually our students are doing internship, they're actually interested to take them as a full-timers. So in New Zealand, it's the same. So 20 hours per week part-time job is allowed. And if your job you're doing relevant to your degree, you're allowed to stay for 2 years after graduating. So it is actually the post-study visa as well. So it's similar to that. And after that, you'll be able to apply for a permanent residency. So in New Zealand, it is actually quite easy to get a PR if you're actually going through the post-study visa after completion of your bachelor degree or postgraduate studies later on. And who knows, perhaps you can migrate to New Zealand and bringing all your families later on. So if that is your plan, then this will be a great opportunity for you. And some courses do have internship, and it could lead you to get hired. And in terms of tuition fees and exchange rates, in Australia, the rough estimation of the tuition fees will be around 28,000 Australian dollar to 45,000 per year. It is actually based on the courses that you're actually going to enroll, and also the city that you are actually going to study, and the university rankings as well. So at the moment, the current currency rates will be for RM 1 ringgit, it's considered to Australian dollar 0.32 cents. So it's actually similar to Singapore dollar. So those who are actually planning to study in Singapore, a better way for you to choose an Australia, because the exchange rate is almost similar. And scholarships are available from the university itself. So universities are actually providing scholarship, but it won't be 100% scholarship. And the scholarship is actually based on the your currency GPA that you're actually getting. So roughly will be 10% to 25% the most that you can get. And cheap cost of living depends on the area of living and student lifestyle. If you are a type that literally every week you're going for a shopping, definitely the cost of living will be slightly expensive. Okay. And in New Zealand, the estimated tuition fees range starts from New Zealand dollar 25,000 to 40,000 per year. So each year there will be 2 semesters. So your tuition fees will be divided into 2. Okay, and based on the courses and rankings as well. And in New Zealand, the exchange rate for RM 1 ringgit will be New Zealand dollar 0.34. And scholarships are also available, and cheap cost of living. If you are comparing everywhere, New Zealand have the most cheapest cost of living. So these are a bit of flying hours. If you want to know the durations that you actually have to when you're flying to Australia. So actually Australia is the nearest to Malaysia and Singapore. And if you're flying from Kuala Lumpur to Melbourne, it will be 7 hours plus. And to Sydney, it will take maximum 8 hours, depends on the flight that you're actually choosing. And to Perth is actually 5.5 hours. Perth is very, very near to us. And to Brisbane is 7 hours plus, and Adelaide will be 7 hours. And in New Zealand, to Auckland, it will be 10 hours estimated timing. Wellington is 13 hours away, and Christchurch is 11 hours, and Dunedin is for the University of Otago will be 11 hours as well. So let me introduce a bit of information if you are actually planning to apply for MARA scholarships. So these are the Australia universities which is recognized by Mara, and they are actually giving a credit exemptions. That means transfer credit for those students who are actually studying. So the most favorable universities for UITM students, especially engineering students and also business students, their first preference will be University of New South Wales, UNSW. So they do have 3 intakes per year, which is February, June, and September. The most Mara students will choose September intake because they will get their results somewhere in June, July, and then once they apply for Mara, and then Mara give them the FA. So all the process will be done by June and July. So students in August, you're able to actually choose your accommodations and all the other stuff like your flight and visa and everything will be settled in August. And September, you can actually fly to New South Wales. And another university will be University of Queensland. So University of Queensland, they only have 2 intakes per year, which is February and July. So obviously for students who are actually completing their final years at the moment, so you can't enter for the July intake this year. So your preference will be next year, February 2023 intake. And for New Zealand universities, they do have 3 main universities, which is the most favored by Mara. So one of it is University of Canterbury. So if you're going for University of Canterbury, especially for those business students who are actually majoring in transportation, your main focus will be in University of Canterbury because they are actually well known in the transport related studies business. So a lot of UITM students and also KPM students from other states are actually more focused to University of Canterbury. And it is actually also well known for engineering students as well. And we do have Lincoln University and also Victoria Universities of Wellington. So these 3 universities are also well known and they do have only 2 intakes per year, February and July. So if you are actually looking into studying next year, so the best is to choose a February intake. So a bit information, I think this will be a bit of most important details about Mara sponsorship. So this is the Iklan Tajan Pinjaman Mara, which I took from last year, so 2021. So if you see in the calendar, Mara actually do have a few application deadlines in a year. So, but our normally UITM students and KPM students will be actually focused on the one in the month in July. So it the date could be different, but the estimated timing will be somewhere in July where you can apply for your Mara scholarships. So for Mara scholarships, you need to have at least a conditional offer letter. So if you have a conditional offer letter, you can submit to Mara that those universities that you are actually interested, and then Mara will do the processing, and then the outcome will be somewhere in end of July or early August. You can get outcome from Mara. So there are a few more other dates as well, like in October, but October will be a very shorter applications. Usually like leftover students only will be applying in October. The major will be somewhere in June, July. And another thing that you can focus is actually the scholarships in June, which is World Top Ranking Universities scholarships by Mara. So for the WTU scholarships, those students who have a CGPA of 3.5 and above can apply for the WTU scholarships. But this particular scholarships is only applicable for University of New South Wales, UNSW only. This is because only UNSW is in the top ranking and they are actually giving you the credit exemptions to further study. So that's why WTU is only applicable for UNSW, those who are interested to go for UNSW. And another scholarship is IESP, but the IESP is more strict, where Mara requires you to have a CGPA 3.9 and above. Then only you can get the scholarships. And IELTS test is needed. The English test you need to take, even though your course is actually conducted in English or you have a 999 English as well. But IELTS is needed for those who wanted to apply for scholarships. because all the scholarships provider will require you to have an IELTS. But if let's say you are a self-sponsored student, you don't want to actually focus on MARA scholarships, then IELTS is not needed because your 3.9 English in your SPM is actually accepted if you can get A, B, or C. And a letter from UITM stated that your course is actually conducted in English. These two documents will do. So if let's say you're not interested or your CGPA is not equivalent to apply for any scholarships under MARA, we do have other universities which can give you some credit exemptions. So these are the Australian universities that can actually provide you credit exemptions. One of it is University of Adelaide. It's actually very well known for all the engineering courses, especially in mechanical, chemical, electrical, civil engineering as well. And RMIT also is very famous for engineering. 13 universities. Murdoch universities are very unique for those who are actually studying power engineering, because they are the only unique universities which have the power engineering related studies, and obviously University of Tasmania as well. So all the universities will have their business studies as well. So you don't need to worry. Business students, you have plenty of choices. But for engineering students, you need to choose the best and a very good, decent universities that actually, I would say they are specialized in engineering. So this is a few universities for you to consider as well, apart from UNSW, University of Queensland, yeah. So suggested courses in Australia and New Zealand. So if let's say you're a diploma student in engineering, and I believe that UITM Pasir Gudang, they have a lot of various of engineering. So here I do advise if let's say you are a mechanical student, you are electrical or electronic students, renewable energy or power students, civil or chemical engineering students, your bachelor degree is Bachelor of Engineering together with the honors year. So it is actually a 4-year studies, but if you're able to get a credit exemptions 1 year, you can complete your bachelor degree in just 3 years. And for those students who are actually interested in Bachelor of Business or Commerce, so business students, you can actually choose Bachelor of Business or Commerce. It depends on the university, because certain universities, they have a different way of naming it. And the bachelor is actually a 3-year studies, but if you can get 1-year credit exemptions, then you will be only completing your bachelor degree only in 2 years. So these are the majorings that I have listed, a few of majors under Bachelor of Business. So it will be Business Information System, Human Resources, Innovation and Entrepreneurship. This is a very unique courses because most of the universities or countries, they don't have this particular course, Innovations and Entrepreneurship. And then International Business is very famous among a lot of students, Leadership, Marketing, and those students who are actually studying business studies in transport, you can actually consider studying in operations and supply chain management, which is very, very related to your studies. And one of the best units that provide this particular course is actually University of Canterbury in New Zealand. So if you're going there, you can see a lot of UITM and KPM students sponsored by MARA is there. So a lot of seniors is there, so you can actually mingle around with them. And the last but not least is the management course. So another part is Bachelor of Commerce. Bachelor of Commerce, this is actually a general where you need to study 3 years program. And if you can get exemptions, you will actually study 2 years. This is focused on those students who are actually doing a diploma in accounting, investment analysis, banking students, or it can be science and mathematics students as well. So you can do your majoring in accounting, finance, financial technology, taxation, and business analytics. These are a few majors for you. So if you are a diploma in computer science or IT students, similar goes to you. So these are your majoring, which is data science. Cybersecurity is very, very famous at the moment. Scientific computing, artificial intelligence, e-commerce, software design, user experience design. So these are the majorings that is available for you. So a bit information about IDP free education services, where the first process starts with meeting our counselors. As per now, you're actually meeting us, get to know us first. Then I will pass you my contact details. So later on, you can actually, if you have any further questions about your courses and everything, you can always ask us. Then once we will actually help you to identify the best universities for you, and we will do the applications for you. So all the documents, don't submit to any other people or anywhere. So don't feel your trouble yourself. So just feel free to actually submit all those documents to us. We will actually check and we will verify for you. Then we will proceed to the universities to get a offer letter for you. So once the offer letter is out, then we can actually guide you to plan your accommodations. Usually we will recommend all the students to actually look for seniors over there. So we will actually connect you with a few students over there in terms of accommodations, because they are there, actually they can find a cheaper accommodations for you. But if you are under Mara scholarships, then you don't need to worry, because you will be fully sponsored by them. Okay, in terms of accommodations, banking, and insurance as well. And then after you get your offer letter and it's already confirmed, then we will actually assist you on your visa. So I will be there, so don't worry. I always will assist you on your visas and what are the steps they need to, what are the documents you need to prepare, and everything step by step we will guide you. Then we will do a pre-departure briefings for you, like what are the things that you can bring to Australia or New Zealand, what are the things that you can't bring, which is prohibited items, and so on. And then once it's all done, you're ready to fly to your preferred destination. So a bit information about documents. Australia and New Zealand, they are actually very straightforward documents. So the first thing that you need to have is actually a passport copy. But those who don't have a passport copy at the moment, when you actually wanted to do applications, you can actually provide me your IC copy, front and back, and also your birth certificate, which has in Dwi Bahasa. If it's fully in Malay, then you need to get some translations in the JPN. And then passport, you can actually arrange later. Then you can provide to us later on. And then the second documents will be SPM results. And we need your 1119 GCO English level. So usually once you have completed your SPM, you can need to collect the two types of documents from your school. One is your SPM result, another one is your 1119 English. And if your 1119 English is A, B, or C, then you might not need to take an IELTS test in order to get a university placement. And then the fourth document is academic transcript. So it can be at the moment, if let's say you have semester 1 to semester 4 or semester 5, you can submit that first for the applications. And later, once you get your full official academic transcript, then you can provide to us later on. And number 5 will be letter medium of instruction. Okay, this you can actually check with your counselor, or you can check with the admissions. They will actually prepare a letter stated that your entire diploma program is conducted in English. So later on, if you need any example of the of the letter, then I can actually provide to you. And IELTS, this one is not compulsory at the moment. So IELTS is needed if you're actually applying for any scholarships. So the band score needed is 6.5 and no band score less than 6.0, because IELTS have 4 components here. It is similar to MUET. If you have already taken MUET, then it is similar, but MUET is not recognized in overseas, in abroad. So MUET can be used only in Malaysian studies here. So the last but not least will be letter of completion. This is after you have completed your diploma, and the university will actually provide you a letter of completion that you are actually being awarded and you are actually ready to graduate from UiTM. So that's the letter that you need to get from the university. And the last will be a detailed course syllabus. Okay, detailed course syllabus, I will advise you to at least get and keep it within you first. Once the university requests for the syllabus, then only we will submit for you. Because if, for example, if you are interested in University of New South Wales, they already have your course syllabus for the engineering students. So if all the engineering students were interested to go for from UiTM to UNSW, you no need to provide a course syllabus. But it is best if you can actually request from the admission and keep or send to me first. If let's say USW needs the course syllabus, then we will provide to them. The reason why they are actually asking for course syllabus is actually to give you a credit exemptions. So they will see what are the courses that you have taken from your diploma, and the detailed course syllabus will actually consist a lot of information about each and every subjects and courses that you have taken in your diploma. For example, in diploma in mechanical engineering. So in diploma of mechanical engineering, you will have a lot of subjects, right? Like a lot of codes, a lot of subjects that you have taken. So each and every subjects that you have taken will need a syllabus. So they will actually explain what is the course about. For example, you are taking a statistic paper. So they will explain, okay, what are the statistic paper contains, what they actually teach you, and how does the marks given? Is it by assignment, or is it by presentation, or is it by exam? So how many percentage? All this will be actually detailed in your course syllabus. So that's why we need the course syllabus in order to give you a credit exemptions. So my last part will be my contact details. So my name is Prakash, and you can see this is my WhatsApp number. So feel free to take my WhatsApp number. You can save it in your phone, or later if you need it, then I can actually pass it to you, and my email address as well. So anything you need to ask, any doubts, not today, but it can be anytime. So feel free to WhatsApp me. I'm actually ready to help you and guide you to achieve your dream to studying abroad. So now it's actually a Q&A session. So if you have any questions or anything that you want to know about studying abroad in Australia, or if you have any questions about UK, maybe just now you might not have time to ask, then you can ask, because I think Ms. Suganti is here. So maybe about 5 minutes timing for you all to actually ask questions if you have any questions.
Okay, class, you have any question? Maybe we can use in chat also.
Okay, about IELTS. Okay, definitely can, because we do have an IELTS representative here also. So maybe in another 5 minutes, if there is no additional questions, then I will actually invite him to actually give a bit of explanations about IELTS. So at least you know what you need to do and what are the components that is available for IELTS. Anything other than apart from IELTS related, do you have any other questions? So I think I will pass this to the IELTS representative. At least you can hear a bit of information about IELTS first. Then at the last end of the session, then if you have any questions, you feel free to ask us as well. We'll be here in Zoom. Yeah. All right. So without further ado, let me pass to the IELTS representative. Yeah, you can present. Thank you.
Alright, terima kasih atas ceramahnya Mr. Prakash dan Ms. Suganti. Selesai sudah sesi ceramah kita petang ini. Mungkin pada masa hadapan kita akan berkolaborasi bersama IDP untuk slot IELTS pula. Dan sebagai Sekretariat Majlis Perwakilan Pelajar Perhubungan dan Perantarabangsa, saya menantikan wonderful sharing from IDP. Oleh itu, saya menjemput Puan Suzaina untuk memberikan kata penutup. Terima kasih.
Alright, thank you very much, Rakin. Again, good evening, IDP College, IDP Counselor, Mr. Prakash and Ms. Kanti, UITM student, participant, and welcoming guests. First thing first, thank you so much, Ms. Kanti, Mr. Prakash, for your wonderful sharing and informative for students. I hope students will clear about the IDP aggregation and clear about study abroad. Okay, let's me reiterate. Maybe Mr. Prakash can correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, for a student, I would like to reiterate and recap. Please plan accordingly. Actually, if you want to study abroad, please plan first. plan about your finance, requirement, your CGPA, and again, you can apply during semester 4 and 5, right? Semester 4 and 5, you can apply, and please target your pointer 3.5 and above, and plan your accommodation. Is it you want to study on campus or off campus? And for UK, you need to apply from UCAS. And the most important thing, if you have any question about your study abroad, please feel free get advice from IDP counselor here, Mr. Prakash and Miss Suganti. And again, thank you very much for International Education Specialist, is IDP, for wonderful sharing for this evening and study in UK, Aussie, and New Zealand. And I hope students will enjoy about the speech for today and enjoy to clear about the study abroad. And again, thank you so much for all my students, campus Pasir Gudang, campus Segamat, for stay with us from 3 to 4:40, 50 until 5 for today. You are fasting, but you stay with us. Enjoy your weekend. Please dream and you want to study abroad, and enjoy your weekends. Actually, it's raining for today. Maybe some of students left and break up. Maybe from that, we have an active participant. And just now, we just stay 66 participant. I hope, thank you so much for everyone. Again, thank you so much for ADP Education, and enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your study abroad. Thank you so much. Back to you, Rakin. Okay, students, please feel free to follow your chat below. Have a survey, fill up before you left. Thank you so much, Mr. Prakash. Thank you, Miss Suganti.
Thank you, Sulaiman.
Nice,
Thank you,
nice to
Mr.
meet you
Prakash.
all for today.
Yes,
Okay,
nice,
student,
nice to meet you too.
before
Thank you for arranging everything as well. Yeah.
Thank you. Send my regard to Marilyn, yeah.
Yeah, sure. I think
Yeah,
she's here. Yeah.
Oh, she here. Okay, student, please fill up feedback form before you left. Thank you so much. Okay, where's Rakin? Thank you so much, Rakin.
All right. Okay, sorry. Thank you, Bunda. Sorry, everyone.
Okay, after you fill a feedback form, okay, you can leave, student. Thank you so much. Selamat berbuka puasa. Solat asar dulu berbuka puasa. Mr. Prakash, actually can off record. Done already.